Most firms assume one thing about family offices: if the assets are large enough, if the structure looks institutional, if there's a professional investment team, then the rules must be different. But under regulation best interest, that assumption can create real compliance risk. Because when it comes to investor protection, regulators don't follow structure, they follow purpose. Here's what that means. Under Reg BI, a retail customer is not defined by wealth, sophistication, or assets under management. It's defined by who ultimately benefits from the recommendation. If that recommendation is made for personal, family, or household purposes, even through a legal entity, it's still considered retail for Regulation BI, and that's exactly where many firms get this wrong with family offices. Family offices may look institutional. They may have committees, governance structures, and professional staff, but if they are managing wealth for natural persons, families, trusts, they are often treated as retail customers under Reg BI, which means broker-dealers must apply care obligations, disclosure obligations, conflict mitigation, and full compliance oversight, not institutional suitability shortcuts. Are there exceptions? Yes, but they are narrow. If a family-controlled entity is acting for non-personal purposes like operating a business, managing treasury functions, or making commercial investments, then Reg BI may not apply. There's also a limited SEC staff position, sometimes called the Institutional Family Office Relief, but this is not a blanket exemption. To rely on it, firms must reasonably believe that the family office has experienced financial professionals, manages at least $50 million in assets, exercises independent judgment, and does not rely on the broker-dealer's recommendations. Even then, this is only an enforcement position, not a change to the definition of a retail customer, and it applies only in very specific, well-documented circumstances. Here's another common mistake. Firms assume that if an account qualifies as institutional under FINRA rules, then Reg BI doesn't apply. That's incorrect. These frameworks operate independently. An account can be institutional for FINRA purposes and still be retail under Reg BI, which means both analyses must be done separately and documented clearly. Now let's bring in the RIA side. Under the SEC marketing rule, hypothetical performance projections come with heightened obligations, and those obligations do not disappear just because the client is sophisticated or has significant assets. Firms must ensure the projections are relevant to the client's situation. There are clear policies governing their use, and disclosures fully explain assumptions and limitations. Again, same principle. Protection follows purpose, not perceived sophistication. So what should firms actually do? Start with a conservative assumption. Family offices are retail under Reg BI, unless you can clearly document otherwise. Update your written supervisory procedures to specifically address family office relationships. Train your teams to understand that size and sophistication do not change regulatory obligations. And ensure your use of projections meets marketing rule standards every time. Here's the bottom line. Family offices sit right at the intersection of retail and institutional regulation. But when the purpose is personal or family wealth, regulators resolve that ambiguity in one direction, toward investor protection. Firms that understand this and operationalize it are far better positioned to avoid scrutiny and withstand examination. Need to stay current on regulatory updates and compliance trends? Subscribe and check the link in the description to sign up for our free regulatory alerts. At Legay Law, we make regulations make sense. Thanks for watching.